Hey everyone, really cool step-by-step tutorial today, and we will model this really cool simple design here, and I will show you some cool surface modeling techniques and the easy one with Xnerps and one manual with Patch. Link in the description of that reference. Download the first image, right click save, the same with this one, and so it's just a really cool dashcam concept design, and I will show you how to model that whole mailing form. And as a little homework and practice, you have to finish all of the little details. So you just practice and exercise a little bit your workflow in Plasticity. So let's dive in. And before we dive in, I just wanted to mention that this week I have our summer closing sale where all of my bundles are 50% off on all of them. So if you want to learn the best 3D modeling techniques and workflows in Plasticity, completely step-by-step explained and structured, then check out first link in the description. All of the bundles are 50% for you. You can also click through all of the courses and get all of the information. So here what it is about, and you have even always 3D previews, so of the actual model from the course, all of the details, and at the bottom you always find the bundles. And if you just want to make sure that this is legit and stuff, so I don't guess that someone thinks I'm not legit, but here you can go to the reviews, and to every course I have dozens and dozens, more than 100 reviews, so check that out. And now let's dive into our tutorial. So first of all, go to the front view and let's load our reference images. So in the front view, I want to add this guy here, and I just want to scale this up a little bit. So I will press SS, bottom left keystrokes, and I will just bring it a little bit to the back, and I will just align the bottom here with our red x-axis, and I will bring it here to the middle. So we have this nice cut in the middle, so that's easy. Perfect. And now press M, bring it to the front so you see it always a little bit in the front, and make it opaque, like 0.3 or so. And click on the lock so you're not constantly selecting this guy here in the viewport. And that's perfect. And now we want to add the right reference image, but we need the scale because otherwise we don't know like how large it will be. So for that, just a very simple trick. Just take the corner rectangle and just make it any size. And we literally just need the height, so it's already perfect. So just make sure that the top line and the bottom line is aligned with the top and the bottom, because now if you go to the left view, you can import append the second image. And also, before we start to do anything, bring it to the back, press M, bring it to the front, and make it opaque 0.3. And now press 1, so you see the endpoints here of our reference curve. And now just a very cool trick, press G and just bring the bottom first to the x-axis, right? So like that, and also bring it a little bit to the middle. So that's fine. And now, so again, if you press 1, you see that here is the top. So we have to bring this reference image to the top of here. And if you scale now, now you're destroying the shape here. If you press SS, then you're losing at the bottom again. And then again, you have to press G and waste 5 million years to get that thing right. So very simple is if you press S for scale, and now here bottom right, you can freestyle. So if you press F, you can select the first point and select the first point at the bottom. So from here it will scale, but we need an endpoint, and the endpoint will be somewhere here at the top of the reference image. And now you see you can drag that to the top. But again, you see we are stretching the image. So while you are here in this scale mode, just click on scale uniformly, and now bam, we can snap and click to the top, and now it's perfectly aligned, right? And again, key lock and OK, delete the curve, and we can start to have some fun. So first of all, again, my courses 50% only this week, but if we go here to the reference image, we see this is a circle. So very simple for us. And also if we check out this shape here, it's also two circles connected with the line in the middle. So that's very helpful for us. So let's just create a center circle around the middle and just drag that to the edge of that product and just flip it here bottom right, press V. So the circle is kind of lying, right? And we have to create here another circle because from this point on, it starts to curve, right? So we can just Shift D while this curve is selected and we can just bring it here to the top. So somewhere here. So we have two circles and now also because if we go to the left view, you see that this whole product has always the same thickness. So that's pretty simple for us here. That means we can duplicate again the circle, bring it here, bring it somewhere here, and now press R because we have to rotate it 90 degrees. So just rotate it and type in here 90. So we align it at the bottom. And again, right click and Shift D to duplicate. And we will just bring it again to the top. So it's aligned with the top here. Perfect. So we have something like that, right? So again, with surface modeling as always, so this technique is called surface modeling. We are always first building the curves and like the cage kind of, and then we are filling that with surfaces and just enjoy our life. So now we have to connect here those circles. So very simple, just create a line or Shift A and just go to one point and to the other and make sure it's saying here in the box 10, 10. So that means it's tangent and tangent. And the same here. So again, Shift A and just snap here where it's 10, 10, tangent, tangent, right click. And now we have some curves here in the middle, which we don't want. So for that, we have here the scissors or press T for the trim command and just trim all of those guys away. And right click, press 2 edge mode and alt click because we have 4 curves, but join them. So again, select them, join them. So we just have one. And now we can have some fun. So first of all, here at the bottom, we have a very simple cylinder. So select both of those curves and L, loft. Okay. We don't really need those circles. So just delete them. And so now why I'm doing this tutorial, right? This is here the interesting part. So now what we have to do is we have to as I told you, as always in surface modeling, we have to first build some curves and we have to connect this. So we have to create this curve and one of this and attach it to the surface. Here you see we only have also a curve. So we have to create first a surface, what we always do in surface modeling. So when we have here a surface, which we will do in a second, we will have here an edge, and this edge we can then use to create those curves. And then with XNURBS, we can just fill it. You will see it's super simple. Oops, I deleted my drawing here, but yeah, anyway. Or we will patch it, and I will show you how to do it also with the patch if you don't have the studio version, which is absolutely fine for most of you. So let's first so let's just select the curve and press E, extrude, and just extrude this, because again, we need this surface here. It doesn't matter how long it is, because we will anyway delete the surface. But what we need this edge here, because when you have edges, you can loft and do interesting things, right? Cool. But now, as I told you, we need a curve here, right? But we can't create any curves here right now. So because you can't, so don't do it. So if we just create here a control point curve, yeah, it's a lot of guessing and it's not tangent and stuff, right? So it's much easier, especially if you have a symmetrical object. Again, just to go to the left view, create a line, snap here to the z-axis in the middle and press C, cut into our bottom surface, delete this left surface, and the same here, select it, press C, select the surface, right click and just delete the left. Because if you know my tutorials, most of the time we work with halves. Why? Because first of all, we will anyway mirror it over. But now what's much more important is we have those two edges here, right? Because now you see they are showing in the exact right direction. So there's a beautiful command. If you press F and search for bridge, you have here bridge edge. I have it on Shift B because I'm using it all the time. By the way, if you want my super optimized shortcuts, which I'm using all the time for all of my surface modeling, and a whole sheet with the basic shortcuts and a PDF document with the basics of surface modeling, what tangency means and all that kind of stuff. Also link in the description. But we just want here bridge edge, and bam, you see we have a nice curve which is tangent. So if you press 1, you see the points, they are perfectly aligned. But now we just have to bring it a little bit out, so you don't need to select those points manually. You have here bottom right function D, tension. So if you press D, you see you can play a little bit around with the tension. But yeah, at some point you're getting a little bit too crazy. But here you see we can perfectly align that, and I'm pretty sure that this guy here, so what's his name? Rons Ben Huon, also used G2, and pretty sure the exact same workflow. Okay, and the same at the bottom. So again, we have those two edges. Again, bridge edge command, or for me it's Shift B. And also here just a tiny bit press D, and also just a tiny bit increase the tension. Perfect. So now you see we are getting somewhere. So now you could try. So first of all, we have a circle and two edges. I don't want that. So go to object mode, select the surface, and also next command, super important, delete redundant topology. I have it on Control D. Bam. So now you see we just have one edge. It's always better if you patch and stuff. The less edges you have, the better. That's why. But now if you would patch it, right? I mean, it works and looks fine. But again, so I know if you're watching my tutorials, you heard me saying this already 5 million times, but just if someone is a beginner, the problem is if you would select now this object and Alt X and bring it to the other side, bam, you see we have crazy stuff ongoing here because we don't have tangency on curves. So that means again, what we did here with this curve, we first have to, because those curves are in the middle, right, as you remember, we have to select both of them, press E for extrude, and just extrude them a little bit and delete or hide those curves, because now we have edges, and now you can select them again all and patch it and press tab. So you see now you have G1 everywhere, and now you think, okay, cool, we are done. That was so easy. But again, always be super self-critical and before rushing, because I see it all the time. People are just rushing fast. They are not looking. They don't see what quality means, because if we go here into the zebra stripes, bam, you see here at the bottom, we have some super crazy thing ongoing. It's not connected at all. And here it's fine, but also in this red view, at least use that red view, bam, no. You see we have this weird things ongoing. So let me just show it to you. If we would mirror that, and you would think, oh yeah, that's fine and stuff. No, it's not fine, right? So that's why I'm doing this tutorial here. So first of all, for you who have XNURBs, in this example, it's simple. So select all of those edges and just smash in XNURBs, press tab. And because you have 4 edges, so you have more, but those are like connected. So you have 1 long edge, 2, 3, and 4. So always when you have 4 edges for your XNURB, you can press here quad-sided, always double check, but most of the time you get very good results. And here, if we check out zebra, bam, now you see those stripes are connected here as well. We don't have any, so here it's very beautiful. And also here in the middle. So that would be fine. But again, for those indie license. And if you have Xnerps, I would still follow along. Why? Because you have to learn the basics, how to do it with patch and lofts, because oftentimes Xnerps is still not doing what you want. So now what do we have to do if the patch doesn't work? So the patch doesn't work because, first of all, you have to understand that, because that whole surface is just way too complicated. So that means when your patch is not working as you want, you have to break down the surface into two pieces, or make this whole surface here, try to make it smaller, right? But here in this example, we can just create, because everything is very symmetrical, right? We can just create here one curve edge and here in the middle one edge of our cylinder, and then just use those and bridge them again. So then you see we have one surface here, right? So this will be one loft. I will not use patch, I will also show you why. And this will be then our second loft, right? So let's try. So first of all, select 3 face mode, select this face. And again, a super important command. Again, you find the PDF in the description where I explain all those things and my shortcuts, which are super optimized for fast left-handed surface modeling. But if you search for isoparam, I have it on Control R. So isoparam just gives you the option to add an edge on a face, but press tab. So we change the direction and snap it here to the middle, and do the same here. Select the face, again isoparam, I have it on Control R, and here also snap it to the middle. Why? Because again, what I just drew to you, we have again 2 edges, and again search for bridge edge command. I have it on Shift B, so bridge edge, and voila, you see we can now create another curve, and this curve is also following exactly the shape. But let's just go here, and also here, as you remember, we increased the tension a little bit on this curve. So let's do the same here, just a little bit, right? So we kind of following the curve of that surface. Again, this understanding will just come over time, the more you practice. And now what we can do is, we can now, so if you want, you can use patch. And even, so yeah, we don't even have here any problem. So that works. And let us check us, here's some zebras. So you see, I mean, it's connected. It's everything connected, but it's a little bit wonky here. This is oftentimes with patches. So the plasticity patch is already absolutely amazing. So the parasolid. But when you have, again, 4 edges, so we have like 1 edge here, 2, 3, and 4, it's better to loft. So we have quartz-sided surfaces. So for that, we can first of all select those edge and those curve, press L, and bam, we can give here instantly G1 continuity, and now shift click and shift click those 2 surfaces. And if we check out the zebra stripes, look guys, you see, it's much better. So let me just show to you the exact difference. So that's why I'm doing this tutorial, because again, a lot of people will think, oh, that's boring and stuff, but you learn, I hope, you learn so much from that. So again, let's just have a look 1-to-1. So as you remember, I told you patch, you don't use patch when you have 4-sided. So I did this also in my previous tutorials and in the beginning and stuff, because it's just simple and easy. And I mean, it works. So you see, it's fine. I mean, this, what I'm showing you here is just to understand surface modeling and plasticity better. But if you're a beginner, right, then just use patch. That's absolutely fine. No one will judge you, because look, this reflection is like so minor flawed, so this would be fine for you. But yeah, you wouldn't be watching my tutorials if I would not give you some gold nuggets. So here, and the second one, so here let's go this direction. So select those, you see it's nice connection, and now shift and shift, so squeeze it, so press OK, and you see it looks, yeah, identical. But in the zebra stripes, bam, you see this red one, bam. So you see the red one just has those lines a little bit smoother connected. And also here you see, so this is very often the case with the patch. So the patch works very often, but if you patch, the patch is always lower quality than the loft. So if, again, that's some advanced stuff, but the more lofts you use, the better. Because you see here, it's a perfect example. Lofts are always, so especially if they are quad-sided, they are always better in quality. Or not always, but very most of the time. So here you see it as well. Look, those lines, they are, yeah, here. You see they are smooth and, yeah, just smooth. And here it's a little bit party ongoing, right? So, important thing. So just delete the surface. And again, select this and loft and shift and shift. Make sure G1. Okay. Delete the edge. And now we can do the bottom here as well. So I will work with a ZBrush just to find the best result. So again, you could patch it, but before you patch it, you have to select everything and press join. So you just have one surface and the second one attached. But now again, you could patch it. So of course you can X-NURBS and here quad-sided, then you have super good quality. But again, learn to loft and to patch. So if we patch it with G1, that looks okay-ish. So you see we have this weird thing. So look, we have a smooth transition here. Why do we have this weird reflection thing ongoing here, right? So here you see it a tiny bit. So let's go back and try to loft it. So again, select those edges first and loft them. And now shift and shift, guys. And you see it's way, 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 way better. So now we don't have any weird circles, right? And you see this whole thing looks very, very nice. We don't have any distractions here. Or, I mean, I know it's not class A and stuff, but it's already much better if you just flash out like a patch and stuff, right? So that looks fine here for us. And now just go to face mode and select those two faces, Shift X to delete them. Sometimes you have a curve, so just delete them. And oh yeah, sure, delete those two guys here as well. And go to object mode, select your two sheets, press join and press Alt X and bring to the other side, press J and now just join them. And you see we have our main shape here, and I hope you learned a lot with the lofting techniques here. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And again, a quick reminder, if you like surface modeling, if you like how I explain things and how they are interconnected, we go much deeper in my premium courses, obviously, because we have more time and you pay for that. So I give my absolute very, very best. And also I explain everything very enthusiastic with a lot of fun because I just enjoy that. And it's easier for you to listen and to learn and to follow along. So first link in the description, just this week, 50% off. It's our summer closing sale. And what I want to do and what I want you now to do is finish this work. So just add those little details here. It's very simple, everything, but that you are just doing something on your own, that you're not just copying and following along, but just activate your brain cells on your own, right? So leave a like and subscribe. First link in the description. Best courses on the internet, 50% off if you want to literally master plasticity. And see you in the next one. Bye.